This is the Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free.
There is a new power couple.
Jack Harlow is dating Dua Lipa, and he released a song earlier this year called Dua Lipa.
It's a jam, too. Here's some of it.
He manifested this.
Dua Lipa, I'm trying to do more with her than do a feature. I checked the web, they out here chewing me up. Fade away, I left that Lucania bucket. I heard from someone you said you could be us. Nothing.
By the way, he says bucket there, like he hits the bucket because he's talking about shooting his shot.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now they're together.
I love Jack Harlow.
I actually didn't care for him at all until I watched SNL. So there you go.
And he was the performer and the host, and he did a really good job. He was very funny.
He didn't even read a script. It's like he memorized all of his skits. It was very impressive.
I wonder if a rapper, though, is more able to memorize. Like, that's a huge part of their job.
Can you imagine landing Dua Lipa? Like, I need to write a song called Dua Lipa and see if I can get some luck. What song would you release if you knew it could manifest that person into your life?
That Skip the Dishes commercial, I think my number one crush might still be Katy Perry.
Really? Even through that cringy face she had on The Voice?
Yeah.
Or American Idol?
She shaved off her hair and was yelling a lot. Yeah, I still was kind of into it, but that Skip the Dishes commercial won me back.
And the song is good. I actually Shazammed it once, I'm not going to lie.
She's an appropriate age for me to have a crush on, too.
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. How's it go? When you're hungry and you want some food, get it. I don't know.
Something like that.
Something along those lines.
Like, I couldn't be out here singing about Jenna Ortega. I'm 40. You know?
True. But Jenna Ortega.
Yeah, like she's...
Like, hello.
Super talented.
How
That's
old is
all I'll
she?
say. She's 20.
Oh, wow. You've looked into this. Okay. Well, that explains a lot.
Awkward.
Awkward. Anyway, congrats to Jack Harlow. Honestly, I'm sure he's great.
He seems awesome. And his lyrics are really funny.
Are they?
Yeah, like he's a wordsmith. This isn't the first time we've seen artists give shout-outs to other celebrities, maybe in an attempt to land them. Get
their attention. Like, even think of Pink's song where she talks about how she wishes she was as pretty as Britney.
Yeah, I wonder if maybe she was thinking about...
No, that's not it. She just wanted Britney to know she existed. I feel like that's why.
Like Eminem, when he made fun of Christina Aguilera, I know they had a beef, but also maybe he was like, what's up, girl?
He's like, maybe she'll be into this.
Yeah, come take that out on me.
No, those lyrics were rude. That was when Eminem was too rude. To women that didn't deserve it.
Miley Cyrus made mention of Jay-Z.
Okay, but the age difference.
The age difference. And I remember an interview, I lost a lot of respect for Miley when I saw this interview. They said, like, were you actually listening to Jay-Z when that song was written? She's like, well, first of all, I didn't write it. And secondly, I've never listened to Jay-Z.
Okay, but now she's listened to Jay-Z.
I know, but still, don't say that. It's dumb.
Yeah, that was not smart.
Kesha in TikTok.
Jay-Z again?
No, P. Diddy.
P. Diddy. Looking in the morning, looking like P. Diddy.
And I wonder maybe if she wanted to get noticed by P. Diddy because he's one of the biggest music men in the industry, right? Mm-hmm. And like, he could elevate the career maybe.
Shania Twain and Brad Pitt. Shooting her shot.
Yeah, she was in a relationship with Mutt Lange at that time. If she would have known how that ended, though.
Can you believe that? If you're listening right now and you didn't know, Shania Twain's husband left her for her best friend. And so she was like, okay. And she started dating her best friend's husband. They swapped partners.
You wonder how many times they went out for like dinner together.
They were like touching each other.
Well, you look back and you're like, were we always flirting with each other?
But we also don't know everything. Maybe they were swingers or something. Like, that's very common.
True that. Mm-hmm. Out of all those couples that we just mentioned, or any song references, who do you think would make the best couple? I don't think it beats Jack Harlow and Dua Lipa.
Pink and Brit.
Yeah, that's my favorite as well. There is actually a website that you can figure out your elf name. I did yours on this site. Do you want to hear it?
Oh, sure.
It's Tinker Floppy Feet. Should be Tinker Stinky Feet.
Hey!
And mine is Speedy Pickle Pants, which...
That actually seems accurate. You're very fast, and you do love pickles.
That's right. They discussed this a little bit on the Calgary News. I think it was the morning news.
Which was a live broadcast.
Yeah.
Which is always funny when there are bloopers. They seem to always go viral. What's it with
Yeah.
Calgary newscasters that always go viral? What about the Edmonton people?
Yeah, they don't go as viral as much. Mike Sobel did the other day when he wiped out.
Oh, true.
That went viral.
Okay, well, good, because Calgary can't be funnier than us.
Right?
That's not allowed. So if you're listening right now and you know someone that's an Edmonton broadcaster that's on television, tell them to be funnier.
Some intentional bloopers would be great.
Can we go viral, please?
So this is what shook down while they were talking about their elf names, and they were throwing it down to the girl who was broadcasting from a fundraising event in their parking lot.
We got Leslie's name too, did we not?
Peaches Cookie Fingers.
Peaches Cookie Finger, down in the parking lot.
That's your elf.
Okay, what?
Yeah,
Is that my stripper name?
elf? Christmas elf.
Oh,
Christmas elf name.
Peaches Sticky Fingers?
Cookie Fingers.
Because Peaches Sticky Fingers is a better stripper name than elf name is what I'm thinking. Everything is fine. Everything is fine here.
Okay, so she didn't know that they were talking about elf names.
Correct.
And that's why she was so
just
confused.
waiting for them to throw it down to her, and they threw that one at her randomly, and it went horribly wrong, but so right.
Yeah.
I mean, if I watched that and I was in Calgary and didn't know what I was doing with my mornings, I would probably watch again the next day in hopes for
Another blooper.
another laugh like that. Like she seemed, and even she pushed it a bit there.
Yeah,
by
but
saying
like
that's
stripper
That's
name?
actually a better stripper name than it is. I got love for that. I don't know.
Well, because it is a known thing in broadcasting, especially when you're on television, to be extremely professional and just deliver the news.
Well, and when you think of who watches the morning news update, I bet the demographic is all over the place. You're going to have lots of kids hoping for their birthday shout out, and you're going to have 85-year-olds that want to know what's happening in the weather that day. Like,
Yeah, so when they do show their true personality and sense of humor,
Yeah.
it is quite refreshing.
I wonder
It's
if she
nice.
got in trouble for that one.
Maybe.
The bosses probably told her to
They
tone
probably
it down.
hated it.
Yeah.
But the listeners loved it.
Exactly.
So,
The
you know?
viewers, I think it's called on
Oh,
TV.
sorry. Duh.
It is time for the top 7 at 7. And today we're doing Christmas treats, baked goods.
Now, I wanted to put nuts and bolts on the list, and Ryder and I got in a huge argument because it's not sweet. It's a baked good.
I said, you better check yourself.
Okay, that was funny. But I also, aren't Chex, aren't they sugary? Or can you get plain ones?
No.
Sorry, it's been a while since I've made nuts and bolts.
So here's the thing. There's no sweetness in it, so it can't be considered, in my opinion, a treat baked good.
But don't some people make them sweet?
Yeah, they might, but
I know that they've made, there's people that make dill pickle flavored.
exactly. You can't be bringing dill pickle into this conversation. That's what I'm saying. Nobody's out there making dill pickle jams, which almost made the list.
Almost made the list. Listen, we know that your mom makes the best jams.
Prove
and
it
she
to us
probably-
by bringing them by.
Bring them by, and she probably also every year buys you a new pair of jams. Aw.
Like pajamas?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, so no, just specifically salty treats.
That can't make the list.
There are some in here that have a little mix of salt in them, and that's fine. We're taking this very seriously, by the way.
We really are. Now, I said I'm going to block anyone on the text line that writes in saying those peanut butter marshmallow bars because they're a crime. If you have something with marshmallows in it, there needs to be a crunch. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Maybe add some, you know what someone should do? Make them with potato chips in them. Then we'll talk.
No, get out of here with that. Dumbest thing I've ever heard. Anyway, she's so passionate that they didn't make the list.
No.
That they've been put on the honorable mention list. They're not going to make the top 7.
Well, nobody texted in that treat either. Then 0 people.
They're delicious. Other honorable mentions that didn't make the list.
Peanut butter balls.
Peanut butter balls, sure. Chocolate bark
Chocolate bark,
didn't make the
Oh.
list.
which is surprising to me because you can make it quite festive with a little white chocolate, some
Yeah.
crushed up peppermint.
Candy canes, yeah.
Yeah.
So that didn't make it. Back to your peanut butter balls. They didn't make it because most things that have balls in the name now, the whole fitness crew have taken over.
Yeah, they tried really hard to be like, actually, balls are our thing.
Those are our thing, yeah. So
you can't have balls if you don't have a 6-pack to go along with the protein balls.
So the protein shake crew can have their balls.
Yeah, we don't want them.
We don't want them.
Us and our soft bellies are trying to compile the list of the best sweet treats that you only usually indulge in around Christmas time, okay?
Kitchen sink cookies almost made the list.
No,
they
it didn't.
did not.
That's not a festive treat.
It is, because there's so much stuff you can use over the holidays to amplify the taste. You have the ingredients in the house. That's what makes a kitchen sink cookie.
A chicken.
No. At number 7, we have peanut butter blossoms. This is the peanut butter cookie that is pushed down and has what is usually the same shape as a Hershey's Kiss.
Yeah, or you put a Hershey's Kiss in it and bake it.
Oh, do
like
some
a real
people do
one.
that? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm more of a traditionalist where you make your own Kiss, kind of.
Yeah. Ryder grew up in a very small town where Hershey's Kisses were not available, so
For
they had
purchase.
to make their own.
No, we just had to go get them from the cow. At number 6, we have the Nanaimo bar. Now,
Yes.
The only reason this is not higher is because it, too, finds itself as a popular option outside of the holidays.
I don't eat Nanaimo bars outside of Christmas.
Would you have one in September if somebody offered you one? Hell yeah, you would.
Yeah, I would.
We have honorable mention suggestions, including fruitcake.
What?
No.
Wait, sorry? Somebody wrote that in?
Yeah, they said, is fruitcake going to be on the list?
Absolutely not. That can go back to ancient Rome where it came from. We don't want it.
We'll keep the sauce, though.
Oh,
Right?
if it has the, what is that? It's like a melted icing.
Rum. It's delicious rum sauce.
Yeah,
That's
I like
actually where the expression getting sauced came from.
From fruitcake?
It's from getting drunk off the sauce with fruitcake.
Really?
No, I made that up.
What I like to do is just bite off the top of the fruitcake, then put back the rest. That's my statement. When somebody brings that to a party, I'm like, this is a crime. This is not supposed to be a crime scene. This is supposed to be a Christmas party.
You have something else you'd like to suggest?
Finley says pie, but Starbucks cranberry bliss bar. Honestly, like, it comes out and I'm like, I don't care how many I eat. There are no calories in these. I will eat 100 of them and be okay with it.
I don't think so.
I do.
No, we can't put a store-made, big box, multinational store-made treat on this list.
But it's a cranberry bliss bar. Have you tried them?
Yeah,
it's like
they're
lemony.
good.
It's got lemon in it.
No, if my grandma knew you were suggesting that this be put on the list, she would rise from the grave and beat you with a spatula. So we can't, I'm sorry. It's a delicious treat. Maybe tomorrow when we do best store-bought treats top 7 at 7, it'll probably win. But it doesn't belong on this list. This list is wholesome.
Justice for the cranberry bliss bar.
I can't make the list. Coming in at number 5, peanut brittle. Hard on the teeth, great on the guts.
Give me a cavity. Like, bring it on. Like, get stuck
Yeah.
in my enamel. I love it.
Wedge yourself in there.
Give me 17 cavities. It's worth it.
At number 4, we have ginger snaps. Now, if they're really well made, maybe they get higher in the list, but here's the problem with them. This is why they dropped down from historically being a top 3 pick, is I feel like 70% of ginger snaps I had aren't good. 30%
Okay, well,
are
who
amazing.
are you hanging out with? Because Lauren, that works at our front desk, makes
Amazing.
the best ginger snaps. They melt in your mouth.
If every Christmas treat box had Lauren's ginger snaps in there, they'd be a top 2 even.
Anyone that goes out of their way to find molasses to bake me something is a hero in my mind, because I have never, in my 32 years on this earth, I don't even know where molasses comes from. Like, in the store, I mean.
Like,
I've
what
never bought
area
it.
of the store?
I've never bought it.
The baking area, I assume. At number 3, we have Christmas Crack. A little bit of an inappropriate name, but the flavor is all there. And this is one of the treats that does incorporate some salt.
I bet people who are really woke wanted to go back to the drawing board about the title, but then when they tried it, they were like, it's crack.
Yeah. They were thinking about changing it, and they're like, what about Christmas meth? And they're like, no, that's just as inappropriate.
That's inappropriate, but we get it. We get why it's titled this. Now, here's why this is kind of controversial. You don't bake it. Sometimes you can you bake
True.
a little bit of the caramel.
Yeah.
But it's that good that it has to be on the list. And if you don't know what it is, it's a saltine cracker with chocolate drizzles and caramel and
It's probably the
pretzel.
newest invention on the list. too, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've only really started indulging in the past 5 years.
Exactly. You try it once and you're hooked. That's why they call it that. At number 2, we have your butter tarts. God bless the butter tart.
I love butter tarts so much. This is how gross I am. If I'm in a gas station and they have those they just have one butter tart in plastic wrapping, I buy it. And I eat it in my car like a goblin, and I love it.
See, this is why it belongs higher on the list than ginger snaps, is I don't think I've come across a bad butter tart. They're all very, very good.
I mean, even if there's a raisin in it, I'm like, give it to me.
Yeah. Yeah, they're good.
Good.
Gas station does a few things well. We could do top 7 gas station foods coming up on the show at some point. Hey?
Yeah.
High Guard subs. Let's get it.
Tequila.
And at number 1 for the Christmas treats baked goods competition, we have shortbread cookies.
Whipped shortbread. Sometimes it has that little, what's on it?
Like a jujube, I believe they're
It's either
called.
a jujube or it's almost like a
Maraschino cherry. Yeah. Yeah, there's lots of options you can throw on top. All good.
Anything. I mean, I'd eat a shoe if it had a shortbread cookie on it.
You'd have to be a really little shoe to be on the shortbread cookie.
True.
It would be like an ant shoe.
Yeah.
1K wordplay. Be the 7th caller at 780-784.
Sorry, I didn't mean to play the cue to call again. We've already got caller 7. But we need the music again.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, I'm going to go like this, and it'll play. Just give me a second here. Let's introduce ourselves to caller 7.
Yeah, we got Caroline on the phone. She just got to work, so you're parked safe, ready to win some money, right?
I am, yes.
Okay. So, Ryder, you want to break down how the game works for anyone that's listening in this? You haven't heard it before?
Sure, you're going to pick a teammate. Either Lisa or myself will send your teammate out of the room. And the other host is going to give you 5 words. You tell us the first word that comes to mind for each. We'll invite your teammate back in who hasn't heard a thing. Give them the same 5 words. For everyone that matches, it's $25. If you guys have the same words, maybe it's you and I, all 5, it's $1,000, okay? Who are you rolling with today?
I'm going to go with Lisa.
All right. I'm out of here.
Finally.
Yeah, it's been a while.
There is a 25-second timer that I'll start right after giving you the first word, okay, Caroline?
Okay,
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do this. Your first word is airplane.
Fly,
Makeup.
face,
Spoon.
utensil,
Turtle.
turtle,
Turtle.
reptile,
And chairlift.
skiing.
All right, well done. Let's get Lisa back in here. I know you're going to win some money here for sure. You had some great answers. Yeah, she was quick.
Really? Okay. Are we winning money? Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. Love that for us.
All right, we're going to start with airplane.
Flying. Fly.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Fly was right. Next up, we're going to go with chairlift.
Ski.
Yeah, skiing. Count that.
Ooh. $50.
Yay.
Makeup.
Face.
Hell yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Yes.
We're at $75.
Yes. Yes. Let's make it 100. Please.
2 to go to get it to 1,000. Your next word is spoon.
Spoon.
Good thing you're not on a 25-second timer.
Honestly. Spoon. Fork? No! What was the word?
Utensil.
Oh, I wouldn't have said that. I was thinking either. I don't
Soup,
know.
ice cream.
Yes, scoop.
Right.
That would have been a dumb answer. I'm glad I didn't say that. I'm glad I said fork.
Yeah, you shouldn't be. It was wrong.
No, I know. I'm not glad I said it. Sorry. Okay, can we at least send Caroline home with $100? What's the next word?
Turtle.
Shell.
Incorrect.
Ah, Oh, come on.
Said reptile. So $75 is all yours. Thanks for playing, Caroline.
Good. Thank you very much.
So I invented a word,
Did you?
something called Proffended.
Oh, what's that?
It's when people pretend that they're offended because it fits in with their political beliefs. So they're...
See, I thought it was going to be profound with...
No,
Okay.
it's Proffended. This happens all the time.
Tell me an example.
You dislike a politician, and everything that they do, you let it bother you, and you pretend that it's offensive.
Oh.
An example I can think of right off the top of my head is people that are just over the top offended that Justin Trudeau was on Canada's Drag Race. And like some of these people, I'm like, wait a minute, like I've been to a drag show with you. Why are you offended? Oh, just because you hate Trudeau. So you're Proffended, you're pretending you're offended. Right? And this goes both ways politically.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's people Proffending, they're Proffended all the time with right-wing politicians, with left. And it's kind of annoying. And I'm really hoping our mayor doesn't get drug into this because I think
Well, isn't that inevitable?
what he said yesterday has the chance to have people Proffended.
So what happened? So he's on a Zoom call.
Yeah.
And this picks up in the mic. It's something he said under his breath or towards someone in the room?
Exactly. Under his breath.
Yes.
Didn't think his mic was on and picked up. And I think it's hilarious.
Okay, I haven't heard this at all.
Should have had it right in hand. Spending like a drunken sailor.
What? What did he say? Spend it like a chocolate bar?
No, we're spending like a drunken sailor.
Oh, I need to hear that again.
Right in hand. Spending like a drunken sailor.
Oh my gosh.
We're spending like a drunken sailor. Now, here's why I'm worried that people are going to be Proffended is because do you know a sailor that drank a lot and spent a lot of money? No, you don't. So let's not pretend like this is a thing.
Yeah, but we've all seen Pirates of the Caribbean.
They do spend a lot. A drunken sailor is known to spend, and maybe not on the best stuff. I think the fact that we have a mayor who uses a phrase like that I haven't heard in quite some time is cause for celebration. It's a funny saying that I'm going to bring back.
Now, are we allowed to actually be offended, or is Proffended the only option here?
If there's somebody that can break down to me why you can actually be offended.
They'll be like, my great-great-great-great-grandfather was a sailor.
Right.
And
he was very economically savvy, to have you know. If you're concerned that the mayor thinks that city council as a collective is overspending, yes, that's cause for concern. You can be concerned by that, but you can't be Proffended by what he said, in my opinion. One more time.
What's the quote?
Spending like a drunken sailor.
And you have to whisper it forevermore.
Like a drunken sailor. I love it.
Okay, I want to tell you about this note that was left on a neighbor's mailbox in Calgary. Have you seen this yet?
No.
It says, congratulations, you've won the Humbug Award. Because you've chosen to be a Grinch and not put up Christmas lights, you have disappointed all the children, young and old, in your community. LED lights are inexpensive to run and can be purchased even in secondhand stores for reasonable prices, and they can last for years. I'm sure cost is not an issue, and it is more about being too busy with your devices than anything else. Do you remember when you were a child and you saw the Christmas lights on your street? What happened? Next year, do better and bring a smile to those in need, but remember, you still have time. It only takes a little effort to make a big difference. Love strong and love long. Putting lights up for another faith's counts too. Why not show your pride with color? Happy holidays.
Okay, I was going to say, what if they don't celebrate Christmas, but just putting up lights in general?
What if you don't like putting up lights? Like, who cares?
I think this is a slippery slope. What if you are physically unable to? What if you truly are financially unequipped to even buy secondhand lights? Like,
it's just so extreme. Like, you don't know the situation. It's super judgmental. And you know what? I don't think every single house needs to have lights. It makes you appreciate the ones that do more. What do you think?
I feel like if there's anybody here that's the party pooper, it's the person that's handing out that note.
Okay.
I would way rather hang out with the guy with no lights on than the person that took the time to make somebody else feel bad.
Yeah, you printed this off.
Yeah, get a life.
So for me, I'm scared of heights.
Mm-hmm.
So all the Christmas lights that I put up are like ground level. So I honestly think this person would judge my job more than a house that has no lights at all.
It's just like, do they need a ladder?
Yeah, does that person need help?
It's Play 107. Why don't you put up Christmas lights?
Okay, 2 years ago, I was putting up my Christmas lights, first time ever, got on the roof,
fell off the roof. Ended up, when I fell, hooking my pants onto the railing and de-pantsed myself in front of all my neighbors.
Okay, I thought that was going to end up way worse than it did. I know, embarrassing for you, sure, but like...
I'm just happy you weren't left hanging by your pants. Like, at least they were weak enough to rip. But were you extremely injured?
No, I was perfectly fine. I just was not wearing underwear either.
Do you live in like a cul-de-sac or on a main road, or like what? How many people saw?
I live on a main road. So not only did my neighbors get to see, but pretty much half of Leduc got to see.
The Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free.
Play 107.